Kamusta mga Exile? Game Russ here. Welcome to another my budget build guide. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about my Death Oath, Plague Bearer, Poison Cyclone Assassin. And to begin this guide, I'm gonna talk about my unique items. First is this, of course, Death Oath or Armor, which gives you a level 20 Death Aura. And also I'm using this Embalmer Carnal Myths, which says here socketed gems are supported by level 20 Vile Toxin. And this is where I put my Cyclone gem. So it's kind of like I have 5 link and try to get as many chaos resistance on this gloves. And also I'm using this Wind Scream because in this build I'm using 2 curses, and these boots will give you an additional curse. And lastly, I'm using this Wasp Nest Throat Stabber weapon, Claw, and I'm using 2 of this weapon, and this is a really good poison weapon because this will give you a good amount of physical damage, lots of attack speed, lots of accuracy, chance to poison on hit, and lots of chaos damage against enemies affected by at least 5 poison. And since you're using Cyclone, you can easily inflict 5 poisons. And for the rare items, first I just want to mention that this Death Oath armor, it says here you will take 450 chaos damage per second for 3 seconds on kill. So you're going to want to max your chaos resistance. And just a little advice, before you buy your rare items, first grab those nodes that will give you chaos resistance. Another one here. And if you're a little bit short on chaos resistance, you can just get this 2 nodes. And another tip on buying your rare items, like what I did, I just look for rare items with only elemental resistance and then just crafted the chaos resistance. I think it's a little bit easier to find a good rare items that way. And also try to get some strength and intelligence as well on your rare items because you're gonna need it for your gem requirements. And for this armor, it says here you're gonna need 180 strength. And for this amulet, I anointed this with corruption, which gives you increased damage over time, chaos damage over time multiplier, and chaos damage. And for this, you're gonna need 1 crimson oil and 2 black oils. And for the flask, I'm using Granite Flask of Acceleration for more armor and increased attack speed. And if the map has curse, I just switch to this Granite Flask of Warding. And I'm also using this Silver Flask for increased damage, this Atzir's Promise for extra chaos damage and life leech, and this Carlitos Signature Diamond Flask, which gives you lots and lots of poison damage. And for the gem setups, in my gloves, I'm using Cyclone with Withering Touch, Deadly Ailments, and Unbound Ailments. And I just want to mention that this Withering Touch is a really good for this build because this will also boost the damage of the Death Aura. And on my weapon, I'm using Val Blight, Val Haste, and Increased Duration. And on my helmet, I'm using Precision, Despair with Blasphemy, and Herald of Purity. And on my other weapon, I have level 3 Cast when damage is taken, level 7 Temporal Chain, and level 5 Summon Ice Golem. And on my boots, I have Ancestral Protector, Wither with Spell Totem and multiple totems. And on my ring, I have Smoke Mine. And if you don't mind not using a movement skill, you can switch this with Blood Rage for more attack speed and life leech. And on my other ring, I'm using Plague Bearer. And on my Death Oath armor, I'm using Void Manipulation, Concentrated Effect, Swift Affliction, Arcane Surge, and Lesser Duration. And if you manage to get a six socketed Death Oath armor, you can add this efficacy for more damage. And I prepared a short video on how to efficiently change the change the color of the sockets of your Death Oath armor. And right now, as you can see, Death Oath armor with 2 green sockets, 2 blue sockets, and 1 red socket can cost you at least 50 chaos, and it can go up to 100 chaos, even 1.5 exalt. And right now, this is the price of the jeweler's orb, 10 per 1 chaos, and this is the price of the chromatic orb, and I'm gonna use this as the base price, 6 per 1 chaos orb. For the Pantheon, I'm using Soul of the Brine King for the 2-second stun immunity, and Soul of Grotcoal for the physical damage reduction. For the Ascendancy, I'm using Assassin, and I'm using this Noxious Strike and this Toxic Delivery, and these 2 nodes will basically give you lots of poison damage, and I'm using this Opportunistic for increased movement speed and more damage. And this Unstable Infusion, which gives you a chance of gaining power charges, will give you a little bit more damage compared to this Mist Walker. But I chose to use this Mist Walker because the difference of the damage is not that big, and I like this node because it gives you reduced damage taken while elusive, and also while elusive, it will give you a 20% chance to dodge spell and attack hits, and 40% increased movement speed. And on my paste bin, I added this 3 nodes here with attack speeds, and this 2 nodes here, because in the path of building, it doesn't calculate the 20% attack speed. So yeah, I just added those nodes just to calculate the damage. And for the skill tree, again, grab those nodes that will give you chaos resistance, and this node will give you lots of poison damage, and also this claw nodes, and also this chaos damage nodes, and these nodes will give you lots of poison damage, and also this Master of Arena, which gives you more area of effect, and also 20 to strength, and also this Charging Offensive, which gives you chance of gaining endurance and frenzy charges. And I think that's all I can say about this build. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Magkita na lang tayo sa susunod na video.